All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Everyday Upland. Today, I'm here for another quick video. I had a comment from one of my viewers, a regular viewer of mine, Wolf Warner, to do a video on the markups in Upland. So I'm gonna get right to it. It's gonna be a quick video. So watch it multiple times if you can, or if you have the time, or if you're interested. Anyhow, so what I've noticed, I'm guilty of it myself. A lot of my properties, and I'm sure a lot of other people, maybe some of you, my viewers, properties don't sell fast enough, right? You're not selling, and it's on the market for a very long time. The reason is, I believe, the one of the reasons, anyways, is that the players in the game, and I see it for a lot of newer players. Yes, some players who've been in the game for a while, but I've seen it where a lot of players are trying to get rich quick in Upland. They'll pay 6,000 UPIX for a property and mark it up to 20,000. I've done that many times. I even have properties in Queens that I paid 6,000 for, and I'm selling for like some crazy amounts. But there's a reason for me doing that to those properties, right? There's individuals who try to lowball me for my properties, so I just say, okay, fine. You want to lowball me? I put it a price that I'll gladly let it go for, right? But I think a lot of people are doing it because they want to make money very quickly. They want to move up very quickly from, say, a visitor to an uplander to a pro to a director and so on and so forth. And I'm going to show you that that doesn't work right now. There's not much happening in the game right now. A lot of people, I'm telling you this, a lot of people are getting ready for the two new cities that I talked about in my last video to be released. So in that case, if you go around the Upland metaverse, a lot of properties are being sold under mint price. So why would they buy your property that's marked up when, one, they can buy it under mint if they do their research, or two, mint a brand new property? Because there's quite a few cities right now that aren't minted out, and you can go in these cities and buy properties at mint price. You're not gonna pay someone who has marked up their property at 3%. Let me give you an example. Right now, I'm on upxland.me, and on here, it's a great resource. You can find a lot of properties here that are under mint price. But first, I want to go to, um, let's go to Queens, all right? So I'm searching by markup, only UPIX. I mostly deal with UPIX, okay? No USD at this time. So as you see here, the first one here is 87%, okay? So that's 13% under UPIX. Under mint price. Obviously, it's quite expensive, but that's okay. But I'm sure the yield is quite a lot on this one. All right. So the yield is 8,000. And if you get the boost, it's over 10,000. So there's a lot of people right now scooping up all of these type of properties that are way under mint. Why would anyone want to buy your property that is marked up? See, this one's not so bad. Okay, that's Queens. So I just wanted to illustrate that one. And let's go to LA. Let's check out LA and see what the mints are. 85%, as well as LA is not minted out. You can go there and mint properties. And also, if you have the UPIX, buy properties under mint. All right, well, let's keep going. Let's keep checking a whole bunch of cities. that you can get a lot of I did Queens, Manhattan, is it San Francisco? I think it was San Francisco. Right? Here we go. So this is an example. I'm not talking about if it's a collection or the price or whatever it is. These are the numbers of people that necessarily may not get any sales for a very long time unless it's maybe a node, right? And you want to get in that node, you have a higher chance of making a sale at these types of markups. But if they're not a collection or any type or any where the boost is pretty good or it's not in a node, just forget it. With these type of markups are way too much, okay? Some of these people here, like for example, DJ Shorts, he's been in the game, I think, for quite a while. I used to watch his videos back in the day, but he's in the hundreds of millions of upticks right now. So he's an exception to that rule, okay? Because he's done it and he's been doing it for a while. So I'm not bringing him into that. But a lot of other people that are new into the game and myself, people who are directors, are just trying to rush to level up. Just take it easy. You don't need to mark up something at 200, 300, or anything like that. Anything over, for example, the inflation right now, I think in the States is about 9.1%. Maybe if you mark it up 10, 12, 15%, you're still above inflation if you want to use that as a tracker. But these markups that are 160, 170, 180, especially in cities that aren't minted out, you're not really going to be making much sales. I have a lot of property that are on the market that I've marked up maybe 100, 200% because at the time when I did it, that city was new and people were in a rush kind of a bit to get some properties, and I haven't gone back to make those changes and drop my prices and stuff like that. So I'm guilty of it myself, but I understand why the properties haven't really sold. Upland is really slow right now. There isn't much happening. So if you want to say build up your UpX holdings, you want to sell a few properties, you have to reduce your markup. These markups are absolutely insane, and not too many people are going to be willing to spend that money, especially if it's in a city that isn't minted out. One, and two, it's not a node, or three, a collection property. You're not going to make any sales. I understand when collection properties are marked up high, okay? That's understandable. It makes sense. There is an additional income. There's more to gain from purchasing a property like that. Yes, it may take you some time to regain or earn back the money that you put in, but at least you possibly will be able to resell those properties. And I thought this game was about buying and selling properties. Having properties at this huge markup stagnates the game and doesn't allow people to buy and sell. New people in the game, somebody who comes in and may want to put in 1,000,000 UpX into the game, not knowing any better, comes in and buys all of these properties that are marked up 200-300%, and then realize that they can't sell if they want to, if they had a margin call and that million that they put in they needed for something else and they want to get out of the game. They're gonna now have to sell it below what they bought it for. So you always have to leave some room for the next guy, right? Like greed is good when the market is hot and things are just selling left, right, and center. But when it's slow like it is right now in Upland, not a lot of people are probably making purchases. Your properties are on the market for, I don't know, 2 months, a month, couple of weeks. You're not going to make that sale because your markup is way too much, okay? Way too much. You guys got to take it easy. Try not to be as greedy. You're going to want to buy properties too in whatever city it is. Imagine if everybody marks up each property 200-300%. Now, whatever UPIX you're generating on a monthly basis won't be enough, I believe, to buy a lot of the properties. Yes, there's some properties that are 400,000, 500,000. There's some that are 10,000, or 8,000, 9,000. But these people are paying 3,000 for them and want to sell them for 9,000. Like, come on, sell it for 4,500 or $5,000. I mean, UPIX. Somebody else buys that now and can now sell that for 6 or 7,000. So the flow is continuous, but it's so stagnant right now. It's the game is moving like molasses. That's why right now I think a lot of purchases aren't really happening for the people that are marked up a lot. Everybody else that I can think of, see, these are okay. This is still too, they're still too high. Brooklyn still too high, but I understand Brooklyn is not cheap, right? And also with you not with these ridiculous markups also keeps the floor of any city or neighborhood low. Okay, if you reduce the markups on some of these properties, the floor will shoot to the moon quite fast because there's a lot of people who are earning a lot of UPIX and just going around and buying up properties. Okay, so let me show you of a city where I think it's Chicago, not no, I don't think it's Chicago. Chicago, not too many that are. Let's go to which city was it again? Is it Brooklyn? No, Bakersfield. I think Staten Island. Okay, see, Staten Island has some historic regions. Obviously, these are quite expensive, but still, the markups are nuts on them. It kind of makes sense here a little bit, right? But I wouldn't purchase any of those. I will go around to other cities and clean up all the ones that are under mint. Let's check out the city I'm in, Kansas City. Let's see what the markups are like. Here we go. Kansas City varies in prices, sale prices. You know, there's some high ones, there's some low ones, but the markups are below mint cost. There's still a lot of properties in Kansas City that you can still mint for some of these prices that it's on sale for or less. The best thing to do is just search to see what the monthly income is going to be before you go around. Or if you have an interest in building up your portfolio with collections, you go around and you scoop up as much collection properties that are being sold under mint as you can. That's how you do it. That's how you grow in this game. Slow growth is the best growth. You don't want to be like these NBA players, these baseball players, these ballers who make hundreds of millions of dollars over a 10-year span. And the minute that money stops rolling in, a year, 2 years, 3 years, they're broke and there's a documentary being done about how they lost their money. Apply some of those principles from the wealthy that are in the real world in this game and stop raising the property markups too high. You stagnate the game and everything just slows down. No one wants to buy property markups that are 200-300%. Okay? Upland for life. Here we go. Perfect example. Upland for Life says it right here. Very good website. Bought 3 under mint today and also got 2 in Detroit and 1 in Kansas. This is how you do it. You want to earn some UPIX in the game, make some money. All you have to do, buy them on the mint, sell them at mint. Somebody comes and picks it up from you, and there you go. You've just made some UPIX. You like that one, eh? Documentary, of course. That's what's going to happen. You're going to hear the story about all these people getting wealthy off of Upland. And then, you know, when they bought and they sold and they're so proud of themselves. And then the documentary comes out after they sell all their properties and leave Upland and said, yeah, I just scored. And 2 years later, they're back in Upland and there's a documentary. How come you're back in the game? You made so much money. Why? What's going on? Documentary. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to have that documentary made about you. So that's what I came on here to say today, guys. This is something that has been bothering me for a while, and I keep forgetting to do a video on it until my main guy, one of my guys, Wolf Warner, left a comment about doing that. And I said, you know what? My next video, that's exactly what I'm going to do. These markups in this game is too high. Everybody who's selling properties under mint are still making money. I believe these people who are selling under mint have a certain amount of collection of properties, making a certain amount of yield anyways. So whatever it is that they purchase, right, and have to sell under mint, it's still fine because you're still earning a monthly income that will make up for whatever that 15 or that 10 or that 20% that they've lost. So they don't really lose in the end. All right. So something to consider, guys, and try not to be greedy. Reduce the greed. Get properties circulating, buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling. That also, another major thing I missed here, and I'm going to say this before I go, is that buying and selling helps the community. Those upticks that you get every 3 hours comes from somewhere. So if the game stagnates, the community pool goes down because no one's making any purchases, and it gets eaten up by all the big players and all of us little players who are sitting around and waiting on upticks to come in every 3 hours. It's something to consider. I am here to buy, sell, and I've said it many times in my videos that I'm not selling right now. I'm holding for the long term. Yes, I may make 10 or I make 20% on my whole portfolio, but that all in all, it's still above inflation. It's still good. It's more than what I invested, or not more than what I invested in the game, but at least I'm making money. I'm making something in this game, and we're all here to make something. So don't be greedy. Take it easy. Buy and sell. Reduce your markups so you can continue to find other deals, purchase them, hold them, and when you're ready to let them go, you can let them go at mint price or under mint, and you still make money. Hold on. By the way, I've seen that the person who won 3,000 the other day in Treasure Hunting. By the way, have you seen the person who won $3,000? What worth of upix? Yeah, I won about I won about 4,000, I think, in Cleveland treasure hunting. But yeah, treasure hunting is where it's at too. You can make some bank there. There's I think his name is Russell. I'm not really sure if that's his name, but he makes over 100,000 upix like a month, I think. Just treasure hunting, and he's made a ton. Like I follow him on Twitter and I see his tweets about treasure hunting. And I'm just like, wow. But he does it in San Francisco, so he's in Tier 1 city where the rewards are a lot better and a lot higher. But obviously, he put quite a bit of money into San Francisco from the very beginning, held on to those properties because San Francisco was the Genesis city. So he held on to a lot of those properties, minted it out. It got minted out. He kept it, treasure hunt like crazy, and he's being rewarded. Oh no, I didn't see that. Wow, 3 million upix? Man, that is insane. 3 million. Oh, it was in LA. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. See what I mean? But that now, people who are treasure hunting and winning 3 million upix is reducing the community pool, guys. Start buying, selling. Reduce your markups. It's worth it. If you keep doing this, the community pool is slowly going to get drained, even though there's billions of upix in there. The community pool is going to get drained, right? So consider this, guys. I know it's amazing. That's amazing. Like I would have been like, yo, if I did that, I'm going back into the game and I'm going on upxland.me and I'm buying almost every property that I can under mint, and I'll be good. Winning 3 million upx, that's a hell of a lot of money. And even, you could set yourself nicely where you win 3 million upx. I'm telling you this right now, buying all these properties under mint, buying properties elsewhere and stuff like that, you won't need to put another dollar into the game. You'll be good. All right, guys. Upland for life. Thank you for watching again. Thank you for letting me know. I didn't know that somebody won $3,000 worth of UPX. Yes, I was gonna say Bel Air, but I didn't want to mention it because the last time I did, a guy said I wasn't good on that. Yes, I was correct at the time. I thought I had certain UPX or whatever already that I was earning plus whatever. But yeah, so it's possible to do it, but you guys have to reduce your margins, buy and sell, and you will be rewarded. You can't lose. All right, guys. All right, Upland for life. You too, man. Have a great night. Everybody else, thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Leave a comment if there's anything you'd like me to do a video on. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'm out. Good night. See you tomorrow.